Okay, in page Mem Dalet. So in the middle of talking about how the oil mayim Kia are milmatal mila. So we started saying to Kia. What does Kia milmatal mila mean? It says Kia is the kerach. Kerach means the bittul in this kasha shalom kabel and mashpia. So it's like a few lines down from the top. Shom asal schulu. זהו פרינס רקיע, כן לקרח, למטה מה לקרח איסיס חיריק, שהוא פרינס הביטל של המקב. So I thought, yes, there is a Sefer HaBoyer, he explains all the Nekudas. The Nekuda of Chirik says Isis Kerach. Chirik is like a dot, so that's the concept of Bittul. Zeh ma shekosav Mikdash Melech b'shem Arogas HaBeisim. So earlier on page Mem Gimel on the bottom said, what was it? I'm sorry, it's in page, the bottom page Mem Beis. Kosav Mikdash Melech b'shem Arogas HaBeisim, the Kerach Allah Asman Shenasa Pinas Kerach. That's the Lashon we had earlier. Bottom of page Mem Beis. So he brings it again. Zamash Kosav Makam b'shem Arogas HaBeisim, the Allah Asman of Pinas Kerach. The Ainu, what does Kerach mean? Pinas Habitul Shal Makab, but Shein Pinas Mashpia Klal. Gam Shemakabel Mevatel Mizbatel Mekasha Atzmei La Mashpia. That is the unique. That's the meaning of Kerach, Kia. Kia and Kerach represent the idea of Bittul. That is Ermayim Kia. Now, Omnam Zeh Pchinas Klolos HaBittul Shel HaMakabel. Ubehem is a Yisayid Vayikra. That's the Yisayid in the Ikra. From the Kabbal's perspective, the Ikra, the base, the foundation and the essence of is a Bittul is Shaydei Zeh Mushal Musul Chol Gil Imprinas Mayim the Amakabel, the Imprinas Mayim Kia, the Mashrochas Mad. So the Kia, from Kabbal's perspective, the Kia, the Bittul, this Bittul of for Kia of Kerach, that is the foundation which is to which he gets all the rest of them shots.
Yes, so what's Kerach? Like he's frozen. He's not giving over.
Exactly. He's frozen. He's not expressing himself. He's totally bought. Then there's also oil in Allah's man. There's also oil in mine. I know the Prince Rotz, the Prince Halev, and Prince Oil. So there's the Rotz, Prince Halev. That's oil. The Kamoisha Prince Oil, Ushalom. In other words, the oil and mine, right there, Milmatal mile. So there's the Pnimis the Kudas Halev. That's oil. The Kamoisha Prince Oil, man, and Asech, and Amusik, moving Kach Avas, and Yilk Hamokam, Govem, Nam, Balman, Tamadas. Earlier he spoke about the way it is in the oil, in the seichel. The seichel shemaim tamadah, that's oil. Chochma. It says also in the rotze, which is in the ava, in the midas, it's also the idea of oil. That's rotze shemaim tamadah. V'zeu hamizgal b'yom kippur. So the whole thing was to explain the from Yom Kippur. Kanal the Yom Kippur of Chinas Atzmis Nekudas Halev. So that figured out, that explains the connection to Yom Kippur. You said earlier that the pasuk Gal no, so the you explained the Gal no, that is the Yom Kippur. Agam shesbal, but something doesn't fit. He said nisbal il nisbal shesbal Gal no. Earlier I said that Gal is border, and what Gul is Silius, Gal is border, and Ganol, and that's the Madriga, the higher Madriga of oil. Here it says that Yom Kippur is Gal, Zephyr is Gal, no, the Gal plus mine, the verse of mine. Here we explain that Atzvus to go to Salev, that's in Kippur, so that he goes into a little more discussion. The oil so the difference in oil and mayim in Avodah Melamata Lamayla is the two levels. There's the Avash Lamayim Asechel, and mayim means it's a Panivshcha. Of course, it's a Benepegetes. The truth is, it says the Chochma, the Bitl of Chochma, is also has an aspect in it which is the Mayla Mitamadas. Of course, it's a Benepegetes, the famous tiny Pegetes, the Koyach HaChochma Sheben Nefesh, or a Bitl Shalamayla Mitamadas Amusim. Shalotze they call it Pnesach Sin Sof. So in Tanya it says that the bit of Chachma is Shoytze Lekol. It wants to be consumed not to himself, and then brings the marshal from the Eir Neir. Just the Eir Neir, the fire. We look at the candle. The fire wants to go out, wants to expire. So that's the marshal of the bit of Chachma. Was that? Shorotze von der Chachma, Shorotze dem Shomel Kol. Shorotze the Kesser Shnichel Pnesach Sin Sof. See, you splits the two different two levels in the Otze Guf. Chachma mit Shorotze dem Shomel Kol. Shorotze the Kesser Shnichel Pnesach Sin Sof. Means that it's like what Madriga you want to be Nichlal. I'm not sure what that is. That's interesting. That we need to investigate more. Okay, now again from the Chachma was a bit of Hamadas. So all this is to prove that in the bit of Chachma, which is the lower level, remember Chachma is mine. He said earlier that there's the Kesser, which is the Eish, the Oyer, and Chachma is the mine. So he says Chachma is also Mitamadas. In Kenya, again from the Chachma was Mitamadas. Why much goes over the Bamasal Vile Ovo, Ishmael Bilam, Bitl, what's the lesson there? שבכל נפש יש שם הוואי, שהקוצר של יהודי ארבע מסתרס, והיהודי ביטל רוצן על ידי החוכמה. So in the Maimah of the Torah, he says, when he describes the Shem Havai Shebachol Echad Ve'echad, so over there he says that the Yud, that's the bit of Chachma. And the Kutzer Shel Yud is the bit of Kesser. So what's Zeo Beis Aptinas Eramayim Shuknas Man. That's the Eramayim that's Ptinas Man. In the Mayim Nuk, in the Bittul, in the Allah Matal Mayla, we have also the two levels of Eir and Mayim, which is the Bittul of Kesser and the Bittul of Chachma, which we just described as what the Reitzeli Kolel, the Reitzen Shenichel. So maybe the difference is Sharoitz, I'm not sure what the deal is. Maybe the deal is Sharoitzeli Kolel and Shenichel. It means is yearning, is running to be Nichel, and the Reitzen Kesser is actually Nichel. So this is the two stages in the Av. So that's Eramai. Vushom the call Zel Knashim Havai Shem Shlakish Shem Knashim Havai Shem Ben Etzol. Oh, Yesh Ben Etzol Havai Shem Shechem Mile. Then there's even a higher. Ruinim Amakim Kosicha Havai Val Zenema B'Yem Kippur Lifnei Havai Tito. Now what? Now he's setting another mother again. Because even above Eramai will keep. So let's stop for a second. So what he said? First he spoke about the way it is Namshachim al and he said that this in page Gimel he spoke about how all the Madrigs and then he wants your mute himself, please. So then you have the last thing is the The last thing, just it's interesting to לפני הוואי, אוקיי, וזה עניין, גימו כנסה מה מבקש, כנסה מה עדיין משתמר מיילו, so that, okay, so that's pshat. So he says the reason the way the Yom Kippur comes in because because this is Gil Ma'amar Kia Shem Chalamai and Mishachmel Maila. That's Mil Maila. Kipinas Ma'amar Kia Shem Sam Ma Zep Shem Avai Shem Shabam. If Ma'amar Kia Shem Ma then Kia Shem Avai Shem Tznetzit. So this is really the difference. These two, what the he says in the Torah over there, that there is the Avai Shem Maila and the Avai Shem Tzolim, Avai Shem Maila. That's different. The Ma'amar Kia of man and mad. Mayim Nukvim, which means Mayim Nukvim is Shem Avai Shem Benaf Shlekis, that's not solid. Some Shachas and Milos, they're Shekil Shem Avai Shem Benaf Shlekis. Okay, let's see if this point here, not sure how this fits. In a Shachas, they are waiting in Kippur, as a Mizgala Besukas, but Tzel Schachasuk. It's known, it's known to have places, cities. This Shacha Elikis that we reach to the Avodah in Kippur, when do we experience it in a way that we can, that's more b'gizgalos, that's besukas, b'tzelos chachasuk. Sometimes it says that the onan aknan akteres, that is the schach, that turns into the schach of the suk. Well, zen ne'emar, yosha b'seisa elyon b'tzel shadei slain. So there's the seisa and the tzel, right? There's a seisa alien. Then the tzel shad. Tzel means the shadow. So he says, what's the shadow? Yesh a seisa alien. Definitely yesh a chesha sisa. It's absent so. And Yom Kippur. But there you go. Yesh a chesha sisa b'seisa. That's atzmus. That's called chesha, but it's above any gil. That's misgal Yom Kippur. But whom is gal? Besukah tzel shad. Tzel, that's a shadow. A shadow, I guess, is an expression of something which is more relatable. There's darkness and there's shadow. So the darkness means something that got from Lamal together Gilid, that's in Kippur. Then Betzel, when it's in a state of shadow, which is like the Sukkah, Tzilos and Chamasa, that happens in Kippur. Kihina, and that's still shadow. Shem Shada, because really it relates also to Shem Shada. Shem Shada is Amshach Pras Pnimis, our depreciation Maim Ruach. Maim Rukia. Because of Etzchaim Shaman Omad, Shom Dagim Madrigas. Maim Rukia, Ein Shem Shada, Sheesh Begimel Tziyurim, Ein Shom. So according to Etzchaim, he explains that Adam Shoch is also to Maim Rukia. So that's connected to Shem Shada. Shloimah. So that explains now what's connected to Shem Shada. Actually, we learned it in a long Maimon and Samachay, but it's going to say the Kitzah now. Yesh Gimel, but Medash Yesh Gimel Doshas b'Shem Shada. The word Shada, the way you know, in what was it? Avraham Avinu is Nikel Shadai. Wherever Avraham Avinu Nikel Shadai, so he says Medash has three droshes, three ways to explain the Shem Shada. Aleph Sh'amalei Lamedai. The first shot is Shada means Sh'amalei Lamedai. He stopped the expansion of the Elam. Beis Shadai Belukus of Chaberia. Okay, the opposite, die, means he has enough for everybody. And the third, a Gimel She'eina Elam Alei Kadai Lalikus. The whole world is insignificant. So they have three droshes. We had the whole Maimon, if I remember Samachay, that discussed Barichas, this three pirush. What is Yesh Shloimah? So now in our own Maimon, he applies it all to the same concept. Shloimah Shazak Gimel Knes Maimon Kia. So these three madrigas, Matal Mailo, these three pirushim are Matal Mailo. Shomar Lomad means Tzimtzum, it blocks. There's the lowest madrig. So he says that's the madrigas from Maimon Kia, also Matal Mailo. The Kia options have Agbol. The concept of Kia means limitation. The Derech Klav is Mamalakal. what it talks about there in surface, Mamal Kolam, Shaboba Gbol, Middle Gvol, Voinin Shoma Leilome Dai. So the Leilome Dai means that the Amshachas Alekus and elements is limited. Dai, it's enough. Which means Agbol. My Shamash Dai Lekus Achol Beria, Dai Lekus Achol Beria is the opposite. Dai Lekus has enough for everybody, which means the opposite. Because Gilu, because Sev Kolam, which is a Dai. What does it mean? Sev Kolam is above elements. So what is Dail Chol Berias? He says, because Makom explains כשם שצריך מראה פנים, כך צריך מראה מקיף. כשנים שלך מקיף, הרי זה די. That when I'm shochem l'mayla is ba'ifin pnimi, it's not enough. There has to be also ba'ifin makif. It means you have to get the mushalim on that. Let's say the mushalim for it, maybe there's a mushal also from Rav Talmud, that after he teaches them the full thing, he has to give them the something by from makif. I'm not sure.
The summary?
So maybe the summary is a little lower, it's something higher. Which goes on by the Shabbos, another dogman that Ma Oilam Chasam Menucha Ba Shabbos Va Menucha. In other words, when the Rebbe created the world, it wasn't enough the 6 days of creation, it was needed also the seal. But it's not about the summary, it's all like the seal to tell you what's the big picture here, what is the general message. Zelfness mind. So the madriga of David Lakus Chol Beri, that's the gill of Sever. It's connected to Chol Beri because we also need Sever. We also need the sometimes above our Hagbala, like Shabbos B'Menucha, like the Olam needed Shabbos. Zelfness mind. In your Shein, the Olam Loyok, the third level, the third Pshat in Shaddai. שאין האלו כדאי לקות זהו פני לעצמס ניסו של מים פנס אל כל המעל כלם. זהו פנס אויר, נמשך על ידי פנס עצמס תגול הסלם. Again, so it just makes the whole puzzle fit from every side. So the three madrigas of Mayim Rakia, these are the three madrigas that happen on this is the three madrigas of the Shaddai. Why do we come to claim Shaddai? Because it says the tzeil Shaddai is lame. That Sukkos, you have the tzeil of Shaddai. So this Shaddai adds 3 pirushim. With Sukkot, so all these 3 are nimshach in Sukkos. That's why Sukkot is called the tzeil Shaddai is lame. Esha b'tzei Sa'el is a keeper. Tzeil Shaddai is lame is Sukkos because Shaddai has all the 3 madrigas of Mayim Rakia and Begilui. Sukkot is makif. While
So
what?
I'm sorry. Did he explain that Bekitzu, no? The 3, the Durushim of the Shaddai.
Yeah, you just explained it to the kids. So
just sorry. One was Shomar Lolamudai, and second one was because he said there's the code Beria. It's not enough for everyone. Yeah, and the third one was the Makif that has to be.
The third one is Atzma Shalamayim B'Tzeil Makif. She'ein Olam Kedai Lelekutze. That everything is bottled, everything is insignificant. That's not Atzma Shalamayim B'Tzeil Makif.
And those are corresponding to 3 levels of Sukkot.
He didn't say what is in Sukkah. He didn't explain how it is in the Sukkah. Let's see what he says. With Sukkah plus Makif, by their Sukkah of the Lulav Nimshach Pnimis. ושכל man das kolam ha'oretz. מה הקשר? that lulav is the notion of pnimius, a man das. Should be in a way of das. When do we see a man das? I don't remember. ועל זה נאמר, ממש לככה כפיתים. Okay, so we have Mayim Rakia is kerach, but then the pasuk says in Now Lucas, mashlich kacha kefitim, the dead kerach itself, kefitim, it's like crumbs, which means, yigedei shia amshach das pnimi, shazein alaman das, שידע זה הסוג ממש, זה על ידי שהמשך עליין ניגלד ונצח קרח. First there's קרח, which is like the ניגלד, like you said earlier, that הגלידומיה, the המשך העליין becomes more tangible, like frozen, like קרח. Not only that, מה שככה כפיתים, it's broken down, כפיתים, like pieces of crumbs, רבובס מדרגס, ולשמנס הדס, כל אחד בפום שהוא דילי. So that is the law that this, they have the oil mime or kia, and then the kia is the kerach, and the kerach becomes kefitim. It's in a way that everybody gets it from sure delay. But then there's another explanation, another pasuk about kerach. Lifnei korose mi yamet. That not everybody can reach. That korose means the freeze. Kor is the freeze, the same concept. שלא יקרא לזכר, שגם מבחינת שוב יהיה מבחינת דובר והשם אחד. So that explains, interesting explanation. What does לפני קורס מיעמד mean? קורס קרח, we just said, is the shuv. The return back into his own world. ומילא, יוכל ליאס, אין כל זכר שבחינת שוב יהיה דובר והשם אחד. Let's talk in the simple terms, like after davening, not everybody reaches the point that he's still connected to the Kus. Shu means return back to your own place. He can be cold, not cold in a way of like the kerach, which is the amshachar, but the klippa should be called an indifferent. It's losing interest. Although it says in Gemara, that a donkey, even Tkufas Tamas, the hottest season of the year, is cold. Chassidus explains what does it mean. Tkufas Tamas, that's when Shemesh betokfe. When the sun is the strongest. That's in physical terms. So what does it mean in Ruchnius? Marshal Gilur Lekut, when Shemesh arrived, means the law. The Indian Tkufas Tamas means is the Gilur Lekut of Chudei Law. Shemesh arrived means Chudei Law, but his body Chudei Law. Neymar brings in another pasuk in Shir Hashirim that Shemesh, Gilur of Shemesh, expressed Chudei Law because in the pasuk, Al Tiruni Shanish Chafir Shezafasni Hashemesh, כמו שקוראים במקום אחר. Things explains Shezafasni Hashemesh. The sun made what do you call it? When you go on the sun should that word. So the sun means is by the law. So it's possible that a bit hammer in the person's state of humorious is even in a place of Tkufas Tammuz. So the Shemesh, the Chodei doesn't have an effect on him. Shemtzat Chumriyus, the enemy's power, doesn't affect him. So it can be a situation, that's why it says, some people, because in the state of Shuv, so nothing affects him. He's not affected anymore by the Gilur, by the Amshach, by the Gilur Chodei.
So he's saying he's so much into the Chumrius that the great.
Yeah. That doesn't affect it. Kain Solis, so what is the 8 solis there?
I'm sorry, just so the Lifnei Koros, so the Peshat is what?
Because nobody can. The Pshat in Pasuk means that Koros means it's freeze. That when the simple Pshat means that the person, the Rebishter can make such a cold state, so cold that nobody can handle it. This Apisidas, it means Koros, means because it's so cold, so he's not everybody is affected by by the Gilel Elikus. The cold.
It is karaso. It's not kor. It's not koraso. No, it's karaso. Sounds like coming from the word
Ka.
likvor.
It's cold. Karaso means it's cold. Okay, I should look it up. Karaso is Melashon cold. What's going on here?
I'm sorry, what's the title of Gefisim?
What?
Gefisim. Gefisim, the title, part of the title.
Where?
Gefisim.
Look, I said like crumbs.
Oh, Gefisim, like.
Yeah, I thought like crumbs, like small pieces of bread. Okay, 1 second. Rashi, let's look at Rashi. So Rashi says, Rashi said, Inyan kefitim, inyan chatichas, k'may pasas oisapitim. It's a pasuk in Vayikra when we talk about the mincha. So Masha means a mayim maglidim and nothing psisim. The kerach becomes small pieces. Now kolchoy, korosim yamid, says the Metzudas Tzin, Melashon koyer v'tzina. It's the same concept. It's free. It's cold. It's freezing. V'alkein tzarich liyas sheyima sakerach. So in order to fix the problem, that it shouldn't be chamer uvastam kriya, it's something sheyima sakerach. That the ice should melt. So if you remember, it started again in page Mem Beis and close to the bottom. We bought a zoya. Zoya Bereshi is gal no. There is that okay. Gal no means this wave, this locked wave of water. The who no nogit benofik va'albe kol v'loyofik. It doesn't flow. It's kal shemaya bay, because the water freezes. My time we're given the ruach tzof and noshim bein and ma'ib. It's usually enough kalabab. How they have it care. There's the ruach tzofin. There's the northern wind, which is very cold. It makes the water freeze. The ilam mole. That's what you learned on page Membez from Zayah. Ilam mole sita the dorm the akish tokfei the ikerach. If the sita the dorm the heat that comes from the south wouldn't break the strength of the kerach, wouldn't melt the kerach. There would be no water. That's Zayah of the bottom. Now he talks about it in Avodas Hashem. What does it mean? That shakerach tzarich sheyima sakerach. The ice has to melt. So it means it's not enough that you have it's not enough. The kerach is the shoyd, but that's to be mine. That's to turn into mine, which is the rotze. We call the rotze v'shev. Shegam b'ashoyd the rotze is the rotze. No, again, it's interesting how the mashal and the name shall fit here. That in the mashal of water and ice, first the water becomes ice, which signifies the concept. Remember, mine means elam gravan. Mine is something which is motion, and then it turns into ice. So that's a positive thing because it's something tangible, so you can relate to it. Then you can say it can become so frozen that it's going to prevent them from connecting the Eibush altogether. That's why we need a mixture. We need to contain. We need the mind, the which is the rotzei. Then we mix it together. Then it unfreezes. Later, in my Bereshit, is going to talk about it more. So that happens when does the kara become melted, so to speak? That happens in the atzeres. Yom Hashmini, yes, the plus being the shit. Mina matter my law. The MS. Okay, so brings in another thing from Kabbalah that Yom Hashmini is Shmini Atzeres is Bina. Why is it Bina? Mata Lamaila. Nitan Mata. Malchus is Soid, Hoid, Netzach, Bechulu. So there's 7 meters, and the 8th one means Mata Lamaila. That's Bina. So Bina is the union of mind. The MS Ikinish Matzeres is Gals Abba. Shlachein Oz Ikar Yichad El Nishdafke Shmichad Basar Lachlei Basimi. Brings in another MS that it says in Kabbalah the Ichad El in the Shmini Atzeres. And the Ichud, the what comes from the Ichud, which means Lamayla, the spheres, the Ichud Eliki, it's stolen Bas Ovi, it's stolen in Shachas Ab, which is Mayim. So Mayim, Davka, Shnikas Bas Ovi, Achlei Basim, that's stolen in the Ichud, in the Gila of Ovi, which is the Gila of Choch. Chen Pirish HaMagid Shemasein. There's a famous pshat with the Magid, the Shmini Ugam Ken Lashon Shuma. There's a book of the Magid that the word Shmini, Bichlal, is also Lashon Shuman. Shuman means fat, shemen. Shuman Lashon shemen. Shuman is Chachmei Lo. Vayud Yisera, Gam Ken Al Pesach Chachmei. Yisera means, I guess, the Yud. Shmini, there's the Yud. It's not shemen, it's Shmini with the Yud. So that's also Chachmei. Okay. So the daily is Gil is now it brings the next pasuk in Tehillim. What do we say? So what does the next pasuk say? Ishlach boy v'yamse yashiroch v'gomoy. It's simple pshat in pasuk. It's so cool that mashke kache kefitim. The Eibusha sends frozen ice. So cold. Nobody could handle the freeze. The next person, he sends the boy and that melts the ice. Ice turns into water. That's the puzzle. Actually, the puzzle describes nature, the way nature operates. But obviously now, now he takes the Chassidish pshat. What is the remez? So it says Yasher Ruch is Lamoim. What does Ruch mean? Dibo v'ruach stam zunda atzilus. B'chlal dibo v'ruach zunda atzilus. Dibo is malchus and ruach is zo. Advo v'ruchoi eine malchus da'ak. That's another madriga. So in order for that to happen, you need the malchus da'ak, a higher madriga. Dvor shel ha'maitzil. It's not the atzilus, but the maitzil, which goes makamach pirish moitza pi havai, which goes to Hamas beinian or dvar shesamti. So in these places in the makam achar in Hamas, it says that moitza pi havai and dvar shesamti. That's a remes. Dvorai, that's dvor shel ha'matzil. That's madriga of ak. Ruchoi is also ak. Pinas ruchoi the ak is a pinas ruach kodim. So it's a higher level of war. I think dvar v'ruchoi to dort ishtal dvar yashem ruchoi in the pasuk they say nimshach yes a kerach nomes v'savak hamayim. That's yamsem that the kerach turns into water. It melts. V'hein Allah is the Torah shataynik u'mash l'kadmayim. That idea means also the Allahas of Torah. That the Gila Likus is in such a way it's expressed to Allahas of Torah. Allahas of Torah come from a very high madrega, much like Admoini, but we get it in a way that we can relate to it. That's in a it's there in okay, so now so basically explain how the Giluim of Makia happened throughout Chodesh Tishrei, and now it goes back to the pasuk. Remember the pasuk, the Maimon started Be'em Hashmini Shelach HaSa'am, and he brought the pasuk in Shara Shirim Shlachayich Pardes Rimayim. And so what is shlachayich? Shiluach. And this person, shlachayich ba'al zemaynim, is after gan no. Again, so we explained just now that gan no lachayis kala gan no mind fasam. That's the Rosh Hashanah Yom Kippur, which is earlier. And when he explains the way it is in Mayim of Kiyah, now he's taking us back. The zayin shlachayich ba'al zemaynim, the shalach u'pchinas shuv. So shlachayich ba'al zemaynim is another remez. Shalach plus shuv. Shalach means sent away, which means you come back. Bayom Hashmini, like it says in our passage, shilach hasam. Shilach means he went back to his place. Shalach. Shenken rimoin is the gematria rotz. It's a shtickle remez. Rimoin be gematria rotz. Rotz. How does it work? I guess it's not as chiddush here. It says probably rimoin gematria rotz. Probably ima koil. Rimoin is 296. Rotz is 297. But I guess rimoin and makoil probably. Again, it's not a chiddush. It's not a chiddush here. It says in the Sfar, that rimoin gematria rotz. Meil shlachayich ba'al zemaynim. That's what happens in Shlachayich ba'al zemaynim. This calls what's Hashem. Gam another emes Shlachayich beis hashalchim. That's something we had in the beginning of the Maimah also. The Gemara says in the beginning of Beitkot, Mashkin beis hashalchim. Beis hashalchim is Eretz. Remember, there's beis habal and beis hashalchim. Beis habal is a type of land that always gets natural water from the rain. But Beis HaShalchin is a type of water, not from the rain, so probably it has water next. It's almost wet. Beis HaShalchin is a piece of land that needs water, that it's dry. So B'meila, it says that the Shalach is HaShalchin, which means elevation, biyah. B'shmini atzeres nimshach gam shlachayich v'knas pardes. Shmini atzeres, even the place of biyah gets the pardes, gets the garden. I'm sorry, I remind myself now the English word. Zafasni hashemesh. Zafasni means sun 10. 10. The sun, 10 in the sun. That is Zafasni. Just to remind myself. However, what he says here. Shagam shlachayich, even the dry place, bliyah, which means a place when you remove in shiur, yipnes pardes, to be in a state, the garden, which is really an expression of gili, in the elam in the gili, the rotz in the shiur. The zer bayom hashmini shilach, going back to our pasuk, the Maimah start, bayom hashmini shilach hasa'om v'yvoch hasamel. Then the 8th day, which happened, which is Shmini Atzeres, Shlomo HaMelech sent away the people from the celebration of Chanukah Beis Hamikdash. So now that's Pshat. What does it mean? What is the remez? What is the Siddush Pshat in it? The Shilach of Pinas Shuv, like we just said, in the Shlachayich, Shilach means Shuv. They're in a state of shuv, which means they come back to their own place. For Oz Empinas Am, and then they're also called Am. What is Am? That says always is Am in Lashon Oimamais. Chonim Oimamais means separate molecules. The Otzo Empinas Akil, Vadvekis. When in a state of Otzo, you tachas Akil Vadvekis, you yearn and you connect the likus. The Ein Empinas Am. That's not Am. Am means that you remove. Raknas Shuv. So Am is Shuv. Rabbi Shmini Shilachas Am means they put them in a state of Shuv that they should be removed. For Oz Vayvochas Amel, because they remove Shuv, Shmamshich and Teises Eretz Abach B'nes Amalchus. He doesn't explain that. Oh no, by Yom HaShmini, that's Stam Shilach. Yom HaShmini Shilach, she's Carlos Mesratz Meshuv, Shagam HaShuv Mes Gilu. See, who Pamshach Mes HaChochma, like I said earlier, the Shmini is a Remes Chochma, Bas Ovi, the Zeh, by Yom HaShmini Shilach, the Yilo is Carlos Mes Erab. So he just brought it all together. After he explained the various madrigas, it's all based. It wasn't based on the two psukim shashir. Pasuk number 1 is Shlachayach Pardes Rimoinim. I'm sorry. Pasuk number 1 is Gan No Lachaysi Kala Gal No Main Chasam, and then Shlachayach Pardes Rimoinim. So he says. So he said the 3 stages here: Rosh Hashanah, Kippur, and Sukkot, which I think which I think the way he explained it is this: the Maimor Kia, the 3 stages in the Gilui. Not exactly. And so after that, after these 3 madrigas of Rosh and Kippur Sukkot, we get the Yom HaShmini, the Gilui of Shmini Atzeres. Zerf, Yom HaShmini, Shenichud Elo, is Gals Kunas Abba. Okay, we'll finish earlier today. All right, Shabbos, we'll see on Sunday.
Yeah, Shabbos.
All right, Shabbos.